So here is a training program for two different clients. Here we have client 1, whose training program is here. So on a Sunday they have a prior commitment of a game of football. Now at this level, it is a club level, which is still reasonable high intensity, a normal game of football length, so it is quite a strenuous exercise. So this is why on a Monday there is a rest day to recover from this and to then also begin the week well and get ready for the training program. So on the Tuesday it's a session on the chest and the biceps, and this session is going to increase each week to become progressively harder, increasing the weights, increasing the amount of sets and reps, and altering these as follows. On a Wednesday, in the training program, the client has a prior commitment of football training, so this day is going to be dedicated to that session. However, in the session of the football training, I'm going to suggest that there is more kind of specific stretches and activities carried out to follow the strength program. On Thursday, again, following with shoulders and triceps, this is the kind of other side of the chest and biceps, which allows them to work together and then for a stronger upper body overall. On Friday is also going to be a rest day because there is already 3 days of exercise in a row then, and then allowing them also to rest up and get ready for the football training again on a Saturday and the game on the Sunday. Now this is going to be the same every week, however each week is going to get progressively harder. So the overall targets are to increase strength, however these need to be specific. So he wants to increase his upper body strength, and this is going to be tested by doing a hand grip test to see the strength at the beginning, and then see how this improves after 3 weeks, and then see how it improves after 6. These goals aren't going to be too high, so they're still going to be achievable to allow for motivation to stay with the client, because if he stops achieving, he may lose kind of sight of the targets. Targets per session are going to be set so to manage however many more than the session beforehand, and to feel like he's actually worked on the strength. So there are a few barriers preventing the session from being able to work all the time. So having 3 days already prior committed to football, and also commuting to and from college, having the college day and also college work to do, alongside a part-time job. This then means that there's less time available to do the strength training program. The reasons for some of the sessions being different, as I said before, is the fact that there's already 3 committed sessions, 2 rest days and the 2 progressive sessions. So that's the 2 progressive sessions are the chest and the back. So these 2 are really going to help each week to progress further to increase the strength. The adaptations of the training. So if the client starts to struggle at all, we will have slightly shorter sessions, but in these sessions have it as a higher intensity, so having less repetitions and sets, but either increasing the weight or doing it quicker, having less rest time, and to just get the session done. This is then going to obviously progressively build, and what we're going to do is start from body weight, so just doing like shoulder press but with no weight on, until we're at a level where there's enough sets and repetitions being done that it's suitable to add weights. And these will obviously start very low and build up to help increase strength. If the client starts to struggle at any point, we'll stick at the same weight for a longer period of time, and maybe do different exercises to get them to a different point. The weight could be lowered, however this will then also make the session kind of decrease and it won't be as beneficial. So that's the training program for client 1, having different sessions every week, so the specific progressive sessions will change their activities, have the timing slightly less each week, if the client's able to still get the activities done. So here we have client 2, which is completely different. This client needs to rehabilitate from a knee op, which isn't anything too serious, as it is a surgery which is then able to perform again the next day. So I'm going to start with some swimming, which will allow for the rehabilitation. Because of the non-weight bearing exercise, it will allow for a better kind of getting back into exercise. On the Tuesday we're going to have a rest because there's many prior commitments, and then the Wednesday a leg strength training. So this is going to really help increase the strength around the knee, so not just working on the muscles around the knee, but by working on the quadriceps, the hamstring, it's all going to help to then have a more stable knee after this operation, and also to increase the overall strength, which is the overall target, so to be able to work fully dependent on the strength aspect as well. So the Thursday and the Friday are going to be rest because of the prior commitments, and also we don't want to overload, because this client has only literally just come back to do some exercise. Starting exercise every day is not going to be beneficial. So on the Sunday we're going to do some dynamic and PNF stretching, just to increase the flexibility around the joint, but also so that the joint doesn't seize up from the strength that we're doing in the week prior. Every other week on the Monday we're going to do cycling. This just mixes up the different type of exercise, so it's using different muscles, but also then it prevents boredom. So the targets are each session to build a bit more strength, to be able to feel more stable during the week, and long term to obviously increase the strength and help gain strength after this op. So these are specific to the client. These are going to allow him to start exercising again without any injury. This is going to be measured by doing a leg press and seeing what the strength is like to start with, so having a benchmark and see if it's anything possible to increase. Moving on to the barriers. So this client is in a different situation. He has young children who he needs to take to nursery. He does long hours at work, so this then eliminates hours which he could dedicate to exercise, and also having this pre-existing injury. This means that the activities available to him are different, and not everything is as accessible. His partner also has commitments on a Tuesday and a Thursday, which means that the activities cannot take place on these days. So the reason for 2 progressive sessions and 1 stretching session is the stretching session allows for the more rehabilitation, and the 2 progressive sessions are going to work together to increase his strength. And also the reason for having only 2 sessions is because it allows for the prior commitments and avoid barriers to allow him to still exercise without having to lose out on any other aspects of his life. So the adaptations of the exercise is that some activities may become hard, especially with the fact of the knee op. So starting at his own body weight, will definitely benefit, and also by increasing when possible, so not progressing too hard. With the swimming, it is important for us to measure how he's actually doing, so maybe starting with however many lengths is possible and building upon this every week. A way to definitely measure that they're working on kind of the exercise enough can be measured by Caveron's model. So this can be done every other week when the swimming is taking place to see what the heart rate is, and doing the percentage of the heart rate to be able to see where he's meant to be for this target zone. So the target zone would want to be reached to be able to see that he's progressively doing well. And then to see progression, we could do this percentage reach this target zone every week, but whilst being in that target zone, be able to do more lengths of the pool in the same amount of time and then you can obviously see the progression happening. So then that's everything for the training programs. So the training programs are obviously different because of the different barriers and also because of the situation both clients are in.